Hollywood is up to no good. Hollywood is up to no good. Yay. All right, so welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Today's topic, we're talking about Mr. Epstein. 200 victims allegedly, hypothetically, supposedly. What? Now, I always told y'all Hollywood is Hollyweird to me, right? Because it's a lot of wild things that goes down in Hollywood, right? But Epstein, they've been trying to keep Epstein for so long, and everyone connected to Epstein, which to me, the media channels, a lot of politicians are connected to it. Most of the riches, they go to his island and have a good time. But come to find out, there's weird things going on the island. Pedophiles on the island. People are being sexually abused on the island. People are getting drugged on the island, right? And they can't say a word. When they begin to talk out, right? The media mute them because the media don't want it to connect back to them. But the way I see it is this: Hollywood is over. Hey, I told you that already. You see all these writers now looking up, trying to figure out why they can't write anymore when you have a machine that can write faster than you can think. Smash that like button if you agree. But let's get back to Epstein. Watch this.
Is kept secret for years, but as soon as this week, that may change. Names of more than 150 people, including alleged victims, employees, and former associates of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, now set to be revealed. It comes after a federal judge ordered many previously redacted court records, including deposition transcripts, unsealed. Some of the Jane Does contained in the files, already widely reported, were voluntarily.
They say Jane Doe because they're not trying to say the name, but we all know, hypothetically, allegedly, supposedly, the whole entire entertainment industry is tangled in this. The NBA, the NFL, all the riches, they are entangled in this thing because him and his partner signed most of your checks. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it, but let's continue.
On their own. But speculation has been swirling about some of the John Does that might emerge, particularly among the rich and powerful men alleged to have been associated with Epstein, the disgraced financier found dead in jail while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges.
It has taken an outrageous.
He was found dead in jail, right? On sex trafficking charges. Now, the whole hypothetically, allegedly, supposedly, I have to say that, right? Hollywood is known for that. Hollywood is known for that. When your kids go to these concerts and they end up missing and XYZ, Hollywood is known for these type of things. So this been going on for a while, right? This has been going on for a while, and every time in the news they talk about Epstein, notice and pay attention. Oh, they're gonna try to bring up everything to cover it up. Like let's talk about Jamie Foxx. Let's talk about P. Diddy. Let's talk about DJ Academics. Let's talk about all of these things. Let's talk about people relationships. But can we stick to the point? Whatever happened to Epstein? Because he's the center of it all. And most people are connected to the center, right? All roads leads to Epstein. Let me repeat. All roads leads to Epstein, from the finance to the politician to the educational system. Just look at the family. Look at his heritage. All roads leads to Epstein. Watch this.
Attorney Mark Randazza, who moved to unseal the records years ago, says some of the information could still be kept under wraps.
This has been a better kept secret than nuclear launch codes.
The records all stemming from.
He said this is a better kept secret than the nuclear watch codes, launch codes. Because there's too many people involved. That's why it's kept. If that wasn't the case, don't y'all think that we would have had a verdict by now? You would have found out what's really happening? But there's so many people that had their fingers in it, that had their money involved, that decided to, hey, you know what? I'm going to look the other way. I see what they're doing, but I'm just going to look the other way to keep the relationship, to keep the lights on, to keep my sponsorship coming in, just to keep living the lifestyle. But that lifestyle that you live in is costing somebody else. Can we talk about it? But let's continue.
Now settled civil suit filed by one of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Jeffrey, against Ghislaine Maxwell,
Mm.
Epstein's longtime girlfriend. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence, convicted of grooming young women and girls for abuse by Epstein. Jeffrey posting about the upcoming...
So the thing is this, who else? This is the ultimate question. Who else is considered a groomer? And we're not talking about dogs, we're not talking about pets, we're not talking about the animal grooming services. Who else is considered groomers in Hollywood that's grooming these people or these kids in order to manipulate them? Leave your thoughts down below, but let's continue. I want to know what you really think about this one.
Of names on X last month, writing, quote, "There's going to be a lot of nervous people over Christmas and New Year's."
Take us serious. We matter.
Jeffrey also sat down with Savannah and other survivors back in 2019.
What does justice look like to you now? Justice.
And you know what this is going to stem up? The Woman Survivor Act. Have you noticed, ever since that they paid attention to the Women Survival Act, more women are coming out than ever before? What does that mean? It means that what you do, you will be accounted for, or some form of accountability must be placed. Now, some people are using this to their advantage, meaning that some people are simply lying. I don't support those type of people. But if you have been victimized, then you should reap your rewards. You should reap some form of benefit. You should. You know, I'm all in support of that, because at the end of the day, you should close that chapter in your life so you can begin to live again. So I'm all for that. But for the people that's doing it and just as a money grab, that shows you what world we in. Women rights run the world. Am I lying? Women rights run the world. LGBT community, their rights run the world. What's under attack is masculinity. Can we talk about it? You know what? Being masculine is actually becoming an endangered species. Let me repeat it. Being masculine is actually becoming an endangered species. But let's continue, because Epstein, they say a dead man can't talk. But they also say that they seen him in Costa Rica the other day. Can we talk about it?
Now he's holding accountable the perpetrators that helped him and participated with him.
Meanwhile, this morning, the anticipated fallout over the list of names spilling out into public view. NFL star Aaron Rodgers appearing to accuse late-night host Jimmy Kimmel of having a connection to Epstein.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't
Kimmel responding overnight, threatening legal action in a post on X, writing in part, "I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein," adding, "Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up, and we'll debate the facts further in court."
Now, NBC News reached out to Aaron Rodgers overnight for a response on this, but we have not yet heard back, guys.
Well, that's bizarre, but okay, let's go back to the court documents. I mean, these are documents that have been around in the court file for many, many years. Why are they being unsealed now? What was the holdup?
So the judge gave everyone about 2 weeks last month. If they want to object to their name being released, they can come forward and object. As of last night, I checked, nobody had objected, and the deadline has now since passed. So these names could come out anytime. There should be no more holdup. But we should be clear about what we're going to actually see. People talk about the list colloquially. There isn't some black list, a black book. We think it's more that the names are sprinkled out over thousands of pages of documents. And altogether, we may or may not see names that we know or don't know, but it's really over the course of many, many pages of documents. It's not just one physical list.
Basically, the game's over. Hollywood's over. Why do you think YouTube is winning right now? Because the game is over. Hollywood, they know it. They know it for certain. It's over. Filthy acts, okay, if you didn't do it, you're associated with it. Because all of them, they see things and they don't say anything. They promote things knowing that it's going to change the mass amount of people's lives in a negative manner, but yet they're not playing the music to their kids. They're not, the same thing that they practicing, they're not preaching. They're telling you to do one thing while having them to do something else. That's all a manipulative ring. And the manipulation is over. Anyway, if you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, smash that like button, leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know what you think about Epstein. Who's next? Oprah?